So here we are, beginning on the outside of the house now. Jackson is beginning pulling that old masonite siding off of the house, and then the wood siding behind it is pine wood siding. It's been there since 1920. This wood siding is a lot different than the house I did in Cleveland. It was all red oak wood siding. It was a lot harder wood. So we've got to rip all this off, insulate the walls, then run decking on it, run some moisture and wind barrier, the house wrap, and then we'll run smartboard lap siding with the smartboard trim and everything around the windows and doors. It's going to turn out to be a really nice house. Small, it's out in the country, but it's a nice house. It's going to look real good. It's been a long time since I put up scaffold for myself, and I guess I thought I was 4 feet tall on that original scaffold. But I got it right now, and then we cut the tails on the rafters, this here's called sub-band board. So it's the outside of the overhang. So we're cutting in pockets for our lookouts and running our new band board, and then our nailers. Here we're tearing the soffit off the carport. This carport was massive on this little tiny house, and it was falling in the ground. You see how much I've jacked it up right there on that one treated post? I did that to get our little camper underneath the carport when we first started the house. So yeah, we're getting it all down, and all these trusses that we're taking down here, I'm taking it apart and reusing all that wood. So that's good instead of throwing it in the dump, and it saved me some money. So that was a plus. Yeah, and this how the carport just instantly fell down there. Well, I was standing on it when it fell down, and fortunately I didn't get hurt. I rolled onto this post right here that's standing up in the middle, and it didn't hurt me, fortunately, but it was kind of a surprise. So here's the house wrap that we've talking about. It's just a moisture and air barrier, and it protects the decking as well. So it's a good thing to have on there. It'll help with the utility bills a little bit, probably. So here the little green things that you see, little green tool I'm using there is called a gecko grip. You just use that, and that automatically sets the distance that you go on the next piece. So you start off with the first piece on the bottom, get it level, get it set, and then the little gecko grips fit up underneath the next piece and hold the following piece in the correct position. When I first started out running siding, it was an old masonite siding, and we would have to get a block and drive a nail through it and have the point of the nail making a scribe mark on the top edge of the bottom piece of the previous piece. It was a lot more work. This makes it really nice. Nice to have the different tools that have come out. What I'm doing here is just chipping off a little bit of the edge of the concrete. It was sticking out a little bit. So I brought my chipping hammer and got that. Jackson's finishing it up. There's the 2 transom windows, or one of them you can see right there. 2 of them on there now, I believe. You can see on this picture. But it turned out real nice. So I'm up and I'm adjusting that rim board, the band board a little bit. Now we're going to throw the decking on. I didn't record me doing the roofing. Maybe next time I will, but I really hate roofing. I don't like doing it. And it was hot. I didn't feel like recording. But anyway, next time I will. I'm adjusting that utility room door. Got it all nice and operating correctly. And then we continue on with the siding, and it went up pretty quick. I was really proud of my boy here. He did a great job nailing that on there. He'd never done this before. I showed him how to do it and how to use a nail gun and how to do things safe. He's learning a whole lot, and I'm very proud of him. Now for the time being, I'm having to put that siding, the lap siding, underneath the electric box there. We're going to end up taking that off, but I've got to run the new wire in the attic out to the correct spot and put up a new meter box and main breaker box on the side of the house. I'll be doing that later, and then they'll come out and switch it over all at one time. It worked out good. So these old houses had open exposed tails on them normally. So it's here I'm cutting the length of the tail off so that I'll have room to put a band board on there. We'll be enclosing the exposed tails on it now. It's much nicer. It looks a lot cleaner. I think it's pretty neat watching the clouds go by in the time lapse. It is amazing the things that we have nowadays that we didn't have when I was a younger man. It's really pretty fun. So there's always ways you can do the job by yourself. See how I put that piece of soffit up there with that little brace? I've done a lot of that stuff by myself. We used to get the fascia board there. I just put on and put a nail on the bottom of the band board and bend it around so it could hold it up, so you could do it by yourself. I've done cornice work, this outside work, for a number of years. Had my own business doing it and framing as well. It's more fun. It's a whole lot more fun doing it for yourself. So here I cut in a little groove so that I could lay a piece of 3/4 inch plywood in there, and that serves as a nailer for the lap siding. Lap siding needs nails in the middle of the run. The other piece I'm gonna put on top is just a sheet I can stick on there, so it didn't need the nailer that I had on the bottom. And the bottom that also serves as a brace for the door. And then I put a piano hinge here, started screwing it in. That's really the best way to do this kind of door. Just the single hinges, they don't work as good. They'll end up wearing out a lot faster. But then I ended up taking it back off because they didn't have one that was full length. So I ended up getting my grinding wheel and cutting one of them in half and taking it back off and redoing it where it's a full length piano hinge. And that'll last a long time like that. And I did a design with the trim there to make it resemble a horse stall. It's a little country town we're in here, so I thought it was appropriate to do that. It looks kind of nice. And we finally get started with the paint. Doing a kind of a neutral color. I used Behr paint. I like that paint. It lasts real well and can be cleaned up and endures pretty good. So we're doing white overhangs, and then we'll be doing a tan looking base called Dainty Lace. And I figured I would show you the completion of the outside now. It's the deck we built to step out the utility room door. That's the end of this video. I will be showing the sheetrock, tape bed and texture, and interior painting, and maybe a couple of other items, I don't know yet, on the next video. So stay tuned. That'll be being put together, coming out soon. Please subscribe and turn on your notifications. Don't forget that part, because you'll miss out. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much.